My name is Daniel Carter, and for most of my life, I believed I was the mistake no one wanted to talk about. Not because my parents ever said it directly, but because silence can be louder than words. We lived in Austin, Texas, in a beautiful house that never felt like home. My parents, Linda and Robert Carter, were respected people. Successful, well-known, smiling in public, perfect in photographs. And then there was my sister, Olivia. Olivia was everything they were proud of. She was confident, beautiful, smart, the kind of daughter parents brag about. Teachers adored her. Relatives praised her. Strangers noticed her. I was the quiet one, the one who listened more than he spoke, the one who learned early that asking for less meant disappointing people less. Growing up, I never understood why I felt like a guest in my own family. Until my grandfather, Henry Carter, was different. He wasn't loud. He wasn't dramatic. He didn't hug much. But when he looked at you, he saw you. While my parents were busy building their perfect image, Grandpa Henry was the only one who noticed when I stayed quiet too long, or smiled too little. Every summer, I stayed with him for a few weeks. Those were the only times I felt normal. He taught me simple things. Grandpa Henry died on a cold Monday morning. Peacefully. Quietly. The kind of death that leaves behind questions instead of answers. The will reading was held 3 weeks later, inside a private law office in downtown Austin. I didn't want to go, but my mother insisted. "This is family business," she said, adjusting her coat. "We all need to be there." I already felt sick before we even entered the room. The lawyer, Mr. Thompson, was a serious man. Calm. Professional. Emotionless. Everyone took their seats. Olivia sat confidently beside my parents. I sat across the table, alone. The air felt heavy. Mr. Thompson cleared his throat. "Let's begin." He started reading names. Properties. Investments. Then he looked up. To my granddaughter, Olivia Carter. My sister straightened her back. "I leave $15 million, including stocks, real estate, and liquid assets." My mother smiled. My father nodded approvingly. Olivia didn't even look surprised. Then Mr. Thompson turned to me. "To my grandson, Daniel Carter." I held my breath. "I leave my advice, earn your own." The room went silent. My mother sighed dramatically. "Well," she said, "that settles it." My father leaned back and said, "Your grandfather never wanted you depending on his money." Then came the sentence that crushed me. "He didn't care about you the way he cared about Olivia." I said nothing, because at that moment, silence felt safer than breaking. Mr. Thompson suddenly stood. He didn't look at my parents. He looked directly at me. "I am not finished." My mother frowned. "The will is clear," she snapped. Mr. Thompson calmly replied, "There is an addendum. One that Mr. Henry Carter instructed me to read only after the inheritance amounts were announced." The room changed. My mother stiffened. My father's smile disappeared. Mr. Thompson opened a sealed envelope. "Daniel Carter," he said, "your grandfather left something for you, something far more valuable than money." My heart pounded. The lawyer began to read. "To my grandson Daniel, the boy who never asked for more than honesty, I leave the truth his parents never had the courage to tell him." My mother stood up. "This is unnecessary," she shouted. Mr. Thompson continued. "Daniel, you were never meant to feel unwanted. The truth is, you were never fully theirs." The room exploded. "Stop," my mother screamed. But it was too late. Mr. Thompson looked directly at my parents. Daniel Carter was born during a time when Linda Carter made a decision she never confessed. My father turned pale. Daniel is Henry Carter's son, not his grandson. My ears rang. The world stopped. My mother collapsed into her chair. My father whispered, "No, no." Mr. Thompson continued. Henry Carter raised Daniel as his grandson to protect him, and to protect this family from public shame. The reason my parents resented me. The reason I never belonged. The reason Grandpa watched over me quietly. It all made sense. The lawyer finished. The $15 million left to Olivia was compensation, not love.
After that night,
Daniel was
life
given
became
something
strangely
better.
quiet.
Freedom
Everything
from lies.
around me looked the same.
My
The
mother
house,
screamed.
the streets, the routine.
My sister
but
cried.
something inside me had
My
already
father
broken.
said nothing.
I woke up every morning,
I stood
went
up.
to work,
For
talked
the
to
first
people,
time in my
even
life,
smiled when I
I
had
wasn't
to.
confused.
But inside,
I
I felt
wasn't
emptier
angry.
every single day.
I was free.
Sometimes
that
I
walked
told
out
myself
of that room
I was
without
just
a dollar
tired,
to my name.
that things would
But
slowly
I
get
carried
better.
the truth.
But some things don't get
Grandpa
better.
Henry
They
didn't
just
leave
become
me money.
silent. One morning,
He left me
I stood
my
in front
identity.
of a mirror for a long time.
And that day,
I looked into
I
my own
stopped
eyes
being the unwanted.
and realized something was missing. The spark wasn't there anymore. I whispered to myself, "When did you get so tired?" There was no answer. Only silence. Old memories started coming back. Not all at once, but slowly, like waves. I remembered being a child, sitting quietly in my room, listening to my parents laugh in the living room, without calling me. Back then, I didn't understand why that hurt so much. Now I did. I had learned something very early in life. Staying quiet was safer than speaking. Every time I tried to explain how I felt, it felt like no one was really listening. So I stopped explaining. I stopped asking. And eventually, I stopped expecting anything at all. That's how people break. Not loudly, but slowly. One evening, after work, I walked through the city without any destination. The lights were bright. People were laughing. Cars passed by. Life was moving forward. And suddenly it hit me. I wasn't living. I was only existing. That realization hurt more than loneliness. But life has a strange way of doing things. Just when you believe nothing matters anymore, it places something small in your path. Not hope. Not happiness. Just a reason to stay. And that reason came to me. When I least expected it. I didn't know it yet. But the next few days were going to force me to face a truth I had been avoiding my entire life. A truth that would change how I saw my family.